What's up, visionaries?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. I'm Tanya, and this is my wonderful husband,
Lamont.
and we gonna hop into a wonderful episode and catch up with JoJo and Julius from Pop the Balloon and Find Love and see what it do. See you on the other side.
In the city lights, we shine so bright. Tanya and Lamont, we're in the limelight, sharing stories on our podcast every night, spreading love and soul. Our words take flight, talking about love. We keep it real and raw. Through the ups and downs, we stand tall. Our voices blend like a sweet harmony, touching hearts, creating unity. Dive deep into emotions, no filter inside. Tanya's honesty, on soulful insight, exploring love's highs and lows. It's our mission, connecting souls to heartfelt conversations.
What's up? And we right back at you again. We're gonna hop into this Pop the Balloon and Find Love reaction video. If you don't know who JoJo and Julius is, they are a couple that was on, I don't remember the season or the episode.
One of the first ones we reacted to.
Yes, one of the first. Yep.
Video. Second.
Yeah, but that's the second is one of the first that we reacted to. If you're not familiar with them, go back to our videos and you can see them on our another Pop the Balloon reaction video. But we wanted to catch up with them because they one of the internet's favorites, you know, hopefuls.
Yeah.
So we wanted to catch up and see.
Yeah. Let's see how it went.
Mm-hmm.
And check out a lot of the things that I think a lot of people kind of run into when we out here searching for love in this new age with the internet and just dating is so out of whack. And I think we can learn a lot from this right here because this is typically what happened when you out here trying to connect with another person out here.
Right.
In these streets.
Absolutely. And for those of you who are not familiar with Lamont and I, we are on a mission to create healthy, happy relationships, starting from dating to tying that knot to end it. Okay. So
and it starts right here when you're dating.
Yeah. That's why we so enjoy doing Pop the Balloon or Find Love reactions because it's that dating stage. So we ain't gonna talk you to death. We're gonna hop on in. Let's go.
Hey. And today we have another episode of After the Catch Up. Now, so I've actually been seeing some stuff going online, so I decided to reach out to JoJo and Julius so that we can do it after the catch up and see what's going on. So I just want to get straight into it.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
All right.
Who we started with? Oh, Julius.
First and foremost, because like I want to start off first because publicly I did something, I disrespected her, so I want to apologize publicly and tell her, JoJo, I apologize. I was out of my character. I should have never reacted off of emotions. I should have thought about it before I made that reaction and disrespected you. I said, yeah, you're for the streets, not for the streets. I was just frustrated. I do apologize to you. Your head nod, nothing back. Okay.
So
I appreciate the apology.
Huh?
I appreciate the apology.
Oh, you appreciate it?
Yeah.
Okay, so right off the bat, I kind of feel like, it's big of a person. Yeah. It's easy to come online and downgrade or degrade somebody, but it's harder to come and apologize back publicly. So I
Yeah.
do commend him for coming on there apologizing, even though he was wrong.
Yeah.
He definitely, people just don't do that.
Yeah.
People don't come back out publicly and take that step to apologize or
Good step.
apologize in person.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did notice that she said I appreciate that apology. So it don't seem like she totally forgiven him.
Yeah.
She just appreciate the apology. So let's hop back in.
Got you.
So what happened? What led to, that comment being put out there, or you guys, I guess, no longer really communicating? That's what it seems like. Jojo, we could hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I feel like what led to it was he made a story that he said like, can't build a kingdom with someone who still seek attention from the village. So like the people who follow him, they decided to ask like y'all broke up, because that's what they assuming from what he posted. And so yeah, somebody like commented under his photo and was like, y'all broke up, and his reply was, yeah, she for the streets. That stemmed from a conversation, kind of a conversation earlier that day, where he just woke up and chose violence. Like he messaged me on Instagram about like a picture that I have posted, and was
Okay.
pretty much going off about how I try to appear single and I could go live my single life. He'd rather have somebody who doesn't like keep the relationship private, because that's how he feels. And it pretty much went from there that I'm just seeking attention from these people from social media. And
So what was the picture? Was it?
yeah, it's a picture on my page. He sent me one of my photos.
Uh-huh.
It's me in a swimsuit, and it's a picture from 2022 actually, that's pinned on my page, and it's been pinned since 2022. And so he sent me that picture and was like, I see you liking these comments from these men or whatever. That tells me all about you. And it went on for.
Okay, before we hop in some more. What do you think about that? If you are in a relationship, whether it's fresh or ongoing, do you want your woman or your ladies, do you want your men to appear on social media? Even if it was in 2022, would you want them to take that down? Would you be okay with it because it was before you? Comment. Let us know how you feel about that.
From there of like, you want to appear single, you go ahead and live your single life. You go ahead and be single. So I was like, yeah, you're a little crazy, huh? But
Okay.
yeah, and it went from there.
Got it. Okay. So I know when you guys came on the catch up, he did ask you to be his girlfriend. Now, were Instagram photos or something that you guys discussed that were like boundaries possibly for him? Like maybe he was like, I don't want my girl having bikini photos, or is that something that was discussed that could possibly lead to this?
No,
'Cause I know there are some people who, they're like, nah,
they like,
my
yeah.
girl. Yeah.
No, it wasn't discussed. It came up before in another conversation. Like I feel like the same picture, and I even said like, if this was a problem for you, like you should have said this a while ago. But he said, well, I've been had you on Instagram. It wasn't a problem. It was I guess in the moment it was whatever the situation was that made it. Like the actual picture is not, but it doesn't feel that way to me. Like obviously you probably have a problem with this type of photo being on the internet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think one of the most extensive things right now that we got to realize is I think that more than likely somebody going to have a Instagram presence. And it's probably going to be for girls, a single girl. It's probably going to be some kind of new age. And her name is what, JoJo the Dancer. So sure it's gonna be explicit photos. So if you're not mature enough to handle the like stuff like that, then you and like it's really emotional maturity, not getting jealous because somebody's gonna have that presence and stuff. You kind of know what the presence that they're gonna have, so you can't get you got to put the jealousy aside if you really want to connect with that person.
Yeah, from the jump, but I feel like if y'all in a relationship, like she his girlfriend, she should maybe take it down. You know, I understand the past,
But it depends on some people page, they gotta take the whole page down. That's why they say it's essential that if you really want a relationship, you want to be in a serious relationship, then you kind of gotta get off social media.
Yeah. So I would render the question to you, baby. Would you want me, you know, if we was just dating or we just started our relationship, would you want for me to have explicit photos on the internet?
I would mess with you with explicit photos.
Okay. Well, I feel like
if I was, yeah, I'm like,
yeah, take it off.
But like I say, you can't just come out the grip like that. You can't do that.
Yeah,
that's you too controlling. You can't do. You gotta they gotta do that. The person they self gotta do that.
Yeah,
you can't force that on nobody.
You can't force it, but it's gonna be talked about.
Yeah, you could say, but like she could be like, well, I can take your time, man. If that's what they you got to see how much they're gonna let you into their life and really show that y'all official, like taking down photos and stuff. That's building trust.
Yeah.
So you gotta let the person do that. You can't force that, and you can't show jealousy because that's too much. Y'all not really.
That's probably something they should have talked about before they made it official.
But you got to know the person that you got to check out. Nowadays, you can check out people's social media so you can kind of know the person that you're getting yourself into. So he kind of knew what he was getting himself into. So you can't be mad. You can't, because you can see the Instagram. You can go on Instagram and see. So you see this person, so you accept this person.
Yeah, but that was the single then.
But you can't just expect somebody just all of a sudden bad. And they haven't been dating that long. You know, they're just about so probably a couple of months and 2, 3, 90 days.
Made it. They wasn't dating no more. They was in a relationship.
Yeah, but even so, 90 days, 6 months, you can't expect somebody just to go on that page and just delete all the pictures if that's what you do. Especially some of them girls on Instagram, that's all they do is post stuff like that.
Yeah, it seemed like it was one in particular for her, a pinned post. So she
probably got to go check out.
Yeah, she can delete that pinned post. You know, but okay.
I think typically it's hard to just delete everything. You got to be everybody Instagram. You got to be mature enough to take that stuff like that. Got to be mature
and then take it down because I don't want my man. I'm gonna be like, I don't think I would be mature in that situation.
A man is different. I mean, you shouldn't. Man, with the man ain't gonna have no photos up there. That will be for
what
the woman.
What you mean? Men be having shirts off and.
I hope not.
They be doing them selfies.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back in.
So right now as we're speaking, you two are not together.
No.
I feel like when there's lies being told, they got to be addressed. So as far as like the picture thing, right? She's saying like, oh, I'm trying to make it seem like it's a problem, or oh, you kind of crazy for real. First of all, I didn't see your Instagram pictures or none of that. We matched and all that. So when we was on the dinner, we went out to eat. I was like, oh, let me see your Instagram. She was resisting, like, why you want to see my Instagram? Let me see your Instagram. Quickly. Oh, I'll show you here. It's my Instagram. I'm not even active on here. Oh, okay. She see, like, I ain't really have no followers like that. Like, oh, what's wrong with you? Social media is not my life. I live real life. Like, you feel me? Do real things. So I don't live for social media. So she like, oh, okay. So boom. I seen a picture. She finally showed me her Instagram. I seen the picture. I'm like, oh, y'all like, okay. But I wasn't tripping because it's already been posted and all that. I met you after the fact. So how can I trip? Show air, boom. Niggas is thirst trapping on her like, oh, damn, you got a nice body. Woo, woo. She liking all those pictures. A girl had commented like, oh, I'm so happy for you and Juju. I hope y'all work out. She skipped that one. And she liked the next one where the dude was like, oh, you got buns. Like, woo, hit me up. She liking that one though. So I'm like, damn, like, what's the how you say it? What's the T? Like, why are you liking these pictures, but if somebody's saying something positive about us, you can't like that picture. So boom, I take a mental note. Let's rewind time. On a date, we just match whatever what. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, you probably already got a rotation or whatever. I can't trip. We was eating at a place where you gotta like scan the barcode, and then the menu come up on the phone. So we looking at the menu on her phone. Boom, a nigga hit her up. Notification pop up. When I see it, I'm like, oh, okay. But I can't get mad. Why? Because we just met, we just matched. We not in a serious relationship right now. So cool. So in my mind, I take a mental note. I ain't say nothing, but I take a mental note like, okay, she got a rotation. Cool. But I'm still moving like, shit, I'm about to show you I'm your best option. I'm the one you need to choose up on. So time go by, whatever, boom, we hang out again. Mind you, when that notification popped up, she kind of like gave me that side eye. So boom, we hanging out again. Fast forward time, we hanging out again. Her phone go off, and we both right there. Her phone go off, but ain't no notification pop up. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, oh, okay. So she turned the little notification thing off. Why would she do that? So take another mental note. As things go on, things progress. I'm seeing things, and then like, okay, then the show aired. Like she texted me like, oh, do you want your balloon back? I'm just waking up out of my sleep. Like, I'm discombobulated. I ain't know what she was talking about. So I'm finally waking up. And then I came to my common sense, like, okay, the show aired. Everybody watching the show. We trying to see, like, how he was on the show. So I already knew what she was talking about when she said, oh, do you want your balloon back? She was talking about Zola Stone, the girl with the white dress. When I had asked her, like, oh, like, no, you got your balloon back. So she like, oh, the show ain't called Pop the Balloon to Find Love no more. The show is called Pop the Balloon or Do You Want Your Balloon Back? Like, whoop, whoop. So I laughed it off thinking she playing. So she dead ass serious, like, oh, so I really wasn't the one you want. You really wanted her. I'm like, bro, like, no. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, I kept hearing about Zola for a minute to the point I'm like, bro, I don't even know her. So why you keep tripping over her? Like, talking down on this girl and all that, like, oh yeah, this the one you really want. Talking crazy. I'm like, first of all, you doing too much, bro. I matched with you. I'm trying to get to know you. Can we move forward, please? So after all that going on, boom. So I'm thinking her last relationship is 2016. She tell everybody her last relationship 2016.
Right.
She was in a situation with a dude like a week before the show. So I'm like, damn, like, why you come on the show then? So I ended up finding out she didn't come on the show to find love. She came on the show to like get views on her so she could start her dancing career, or not start her dancing career, but get more views on her dancing career. So I'm like, damn, that's fucked up to me because I'm really on here genuinely trying to find love. Like, if you ain't really want that, you could have just told me like, look, man, I'm just trying to get my clout up, bro. I don't really want nothing serious. So I'm over here looking like a clown, like, oh, this the one. Thank you, God. Oh, I'm about to go, man. Because let's be honest. Let's look at the receipts. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Let's look at the receipts. Y'all see me on the catch up.
Well, yeah, she did. She did actually say that her last relationship was in 2016 on the show. So if y'all didn't see that Pop the Balloon and Find Love episode, he had asked the question of when was the last time they was in a relationship. And so all the girls got asked that question. And she said 2016. Okay. But we must give her a chance to respond.
Yeah, I think she meant serious relationship.
Relationship. Let's see.
On the show, everything. I'm bigging her up every time. Like, man, this is my girl. Like, man, I love her. This is an amazing woman.
Yeah, bigging me up on the.
She ain't reciprocating none of that energy back. And people seeing that, they like, damn, like, oh, you like her more than she like you. Like, we can see that. Like, you gonna get hurt. Like, whoa. I'm like, man, I don't know. Y'all know what y'all talking about. Like, man, she rocking with me. The whole time she ain't rocking with me, right? She think it's cool to still go on her date with her exes while you in a relationship. Where we do that at? You thought you had a sucker. Yeah, you see me on the show talking all this love stuff. Oh, you thought you had a sucker. Nah, I really came from that club. Like, you ain't never about to play me like that. So how I know this, right? So she go on brunch with her friends. Boom. When she go with her homegirls, she say homegirls. When it's a
Mhm.
dude involved, she'll say my friend. And I go more in depth like, oh, what friend? She's like, oh, my coworker or my ex-coworker. Your coworker, your ex-coworker. Like, what are we talking about? So look, tell you, I'm so smart with it, right? She on brunch with her friends. I FaceTime her. She answered when she with her homegirls, but supposedly when you out with your coworker, I hit you, you don't answer the phone. She FaceTime me back when she done with the little date, and then she in the car like, like what you doing? What you doing, Stink? Woo, woo, woo. I take a mental note. So all this is building up. I'm taking all mental notes, right? So I'm like, mind you, when Zola Stone said that about me, like you look like a player, and I said in my early 20s,
I feel like mental notes should be taken while dating. You know, that's the whole thing. You
But
should not be in
they
the-
was they
they was
still
still
dating.
in the relationship.
I mean, they
I mean,
dating.
dating.
Yeah, you know,
I don't know,
relationship.
because you know,
They was dating relationship. When you dating, you say relationship. It's the same.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, but
Well,
that's what they was pertaining to. It's the same
okay,
thing.
because for me, it's dating.
Yeah, it's
dating.
different, but that's
But
what they
once
was put together.
you know, they went on the other showing. He asked her to
Be his
her to be
girlfriend.
exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
exclusive. Yeah.
that's what I call a relationship.
Yeah, that's when it becomes exclusive. Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
yeah, I was.
But
So what I know all the little player shit, all the little people when people play games. I know all that. Why? Because I was the one that used to be doing it. So when you playing games like that, it's just like, oh, it's a disservice to me because it's like, nigga, I'm really out here trying to love you. Mind you, she used to being single. She ain't never been in no serious relationship.
Mhm.
Our relationships failed. Why is that? All the relationships you mean to tell me all these dudes you been with, ain't none of them wanted to make you their girlfriend, their wife, or none of that. Why?
So, okay, Jojo.
How much is not knowing how to communicate costing you in your career? You can be the most skilled and experienced person.
Now,
Yes.
there's a lot there to take in.
Many more too.
Okay, yeah. I think first things first. Did you come on the show to find love?
Yes. I went. It's crazy because it's so funny when I first just answering y'all first question about like how it began to him saying I'm for the streets. Honestly, I was trying to keep it cute, and I did not say everything because I
Nah,
was
you
trying
wasn't.
not to throw him. Excuse me. I was trying not to throw him under the bus too much, but to hear what's coming out of his mouth right now is really beyond me. So, anyways, if you're gonna quote me. What I said when coming, I said I was open to finding love and networking with the people I would like meeting. I met some great people, so I was successful. Thought I was successful in both because I got a match and I met some good people at the show that I still communicate with to this day. So I definitely didn't go for clout. If I did, you would see my page look that way. You never see me post about, oh, I was on Pop the Balloon, come follow me. I'm a dancer as well. Like my page has been how it's been since I've been JoJo the Dancer on Instagram. Please don't try to play me like that. You're the one who immediately hopped on YouTube, but I'm the one who was looking for clout. You had a 2-day dating situationship with somebody who you're still getting to know, and you pulled out the camera immediately on the first date. Like, please don't try me, Julius, for real. And to go back from I'm taking my little notes because you talking real crazy about the comment liking people's comments. You can go right now to my page and see people. I'm so happy for you. I love that. I'm like. Thank you to the people I know who said. I'm like, thank y'all for supporting. You know, I've liked every single comment. It's not just, oh, the men who have something to say about my body. I'm liking that. And then if somebody says something about Julius, I'm skipping past it. You can literally go to my page right now and see that I've liked every comment. And I've replied to the people who, at least the people who I know, that's saying, love this for you, sis. I'm like, thank you. Like, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. And speaking of going off my notes, speaking of when we were out at the dinner and you got to scan and you say you saw my phone, a notification of somebody hitting me up, we had that conversation. Say we didn't. That was somebody whose hair I was about to do. I even after the hair appointment, I showed you I did their locks. Now you acting like this was somebody I used to date. Please don't play with me. And you gonna say I feel like it's okay to go on dates with exes. When did I go on a date with an ex? When did this happen? My ex child. And then back to Zola. First of all, never talk bad about her. I ain't gonna talk bad about her now. What I did say, I definitely said, you want her to get her balloon back? It was giving you was a little salty that she wanted to pop yours. And if you was feeling her, I would have had rather you told me, like, is this who you really wanted? Or you was kind of salty, she popped it. So you was like, well, I kind of guess I got to go with JoJo. We had that conversation too. I know what I said and I can stand on it. What you're not going to do is sit here and lie on my name, like I said to you in real life. Mm-hmm. Two, you really came up with this brunch stuff. Like I go to brunch with my friends. If I say I'm with my friends, I'm with them. And there's no such thing as you FaceTime me and I didn't answer. Please stop playing with me. My friends have tagged me in the post while I'm out on brunch. You've watched my story. You've seen the friends I was with. When was I out with
that one time? Yeah, that's the time you answered, right?
Since you've known me, I've been to brunch with my friends twice. With my friends who wanted to celebrate me for my birthday because I went to Arizona. That was the solo trip. When I got back, me and two friends went to brunch. And then I did another brunch that you also knew about. And you saw who I was with because you watched my story. I seen you watch it. And you saw the people who I was with. And to say that, and we addressed how if it's a male and I know they're my friend, for me to say he or, put that gender on it, I told you in text, I have the receipts. Yeah, I didn't say the gender because I don't know how you will react because he has a hard time believing that I can actually have friends that are males and that's it. And it was a friend, the male, he's a comedian. He had a comedy show. He actually canceled it, so I didn't even get to go. But nevertheless, I was going to support him. Like, so where did you even come up with, oh, that was the some guy she was about to go on a date with? Like, you made that up. You knew it was a comedy show. I told.
Okay.
You guys can go. Yeah, let's make it good.
We can talk though. Let's talk.
You can head over to BM Official and catch the rest of that video clip or the audio clip about the interview of JoJo and Julius.
Mm-hmm. So for me, is a lot of insecurities in that particular situation. Shit. What are your thoughts?
I mean, that's a typical relationship, the way most things start off like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so extensive in the first beginning to keep it honest and direct and don't bullshit, don't beat around the bush when somebody asks you a question. Especially like one of the questions that he asked, the first question that he asked when she was on the show was you in a relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Before they even talk, people when a man asks you was you in a relationship, he mean was you in any kind of situationship, where you having sex, where you call it situation or whatever with another man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what when a man asks you any kind of thing. So I think it's so extended that we be honest from the jump.
Yeah.
You got to be honest from the jump. That's normally when most relationships make it, when you kind of being honest from the jump.
Yeah. And being honest from the jump, it definitely requires communication because you got to talk. You got to be able to talk to the person openly, honestly, and transparently. You got to be transparent because he was probably thinking like, shoot, I done found me somebody. I'm about to go wife up. He was ready to go from 0 to 100.
And you can tell he's somebody who loves easily. Mm-hmm. He quickly fall in love. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already talking about love.
Yeah.
They got to get the rest of it.
Yeah.
Talking about love.
Yeah. And so, and they also didn't get to see the part where she called him crying about the situationship.
Yeah.
You know, so there was another thing that had him,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
having mistrust, you
Yeah.
know, like in the relationship. And again, he a hard falling dude. He a
Yeah.
hard falling type dude.
Yeah. And I think it's like I said, when you got social media involved and you got two single people, so naturally you would assume that there might be other relationships lingering around. Well, the person say they don't or they do, you might want to assume that naturally there's gonna be other relationships floating around. That's why I say it's so extensive that the person kind of keep it real from the jump. Because when a man find out you dishonest, like he said, he taking mental notes and stuff. And then you kind of bring on whether the man his insecurity start coming up early.
Yeah.
See, you kind of force people to show up earlier than they would like to with insecurities. Relationship they probably would last a lot longer if his insecurities would coming up in him, and now he reacting off his insecurities.
Right. And they already like
long distance
relationship.
So you're not living with somebody, so it's hard to trust somebody beyond when you can see them. Then when you get together, little things happen, like somebody call your old boyfriend or somebody call your phone. And I know that can happen, especially with women, that the man might reach back out, or some men might reach back out. They still got your number. If the relationship recent or something, they might reach back out. They still got your number. Especially if they saw you on a Pop the Balloon dating show or something. So I think it's essential that we got to assume that some things might happen like that. But we got to have that trust and be secure in our own self to know that, okay, I can't let that let me get emotional and me be all jealous, because that's going to mess up the relationship, in which case that jealousy brought bitterness in the relationship, and he started acting out and she started getting resentment, and ultimately came to the demise of the relationship.
Yeah, as we know it.
Because when you get jealous, for some people, you start acting out the only way you know how. That might be college, like he said, she for the streets. Just imagine if you don't take things to the social media like that.
Yeah.
When we get in our feelings, man, once you kind of put it out there, it's hard to take it back.
Yeah.
You can't go to social media with or putting like little small comments, because nowadays in this day and age with dating and stuff, people watching it, and you just damage your whole life. If you felt she for the streets, keep it to yourself, because once you put it out there, you just damage any kind of relationship that y'all could have had.
Yeah,
because you putting you putting y'all business out there, and you doing it. That was for the streets. What you did, that was for the streets too. That was for social media. You could easily kept that to yourself, because especially if you still liked the girl, you was kind of bitter at the moment. And that's how most of it be. You be bitter at the moment, and you react on this moment feeling.
Yeah.
And do something stupid like posting the status about the relationship on social media.
Yeah. Also, on another note, I feel like if you looking for love, you know there's something that you want, and you got stuff on social media that could be the demise of what you looking for.
Yeah.
Clean it up a little bit, you know. Ain't nothing wrong with going to clean it up a little bit if you know what you want. Otherwise, you're gonna attract, you know, certain people. You attract certain people to your Instagram page. Period. Like men with what you wear and what you attract certain things. So if you know that now I'm ready to kind of settle down, and I don't care if it's for the job or whatever.
Yeah.
If you feeling like you ready to settle down, clean it up a little bit. But you can still have things on there, but like kind of clean it up.
But most importantly, if all else fails, you need to be open with it. Yeah. Like as soon as if he acts like the first thing, because some you only got first impressions is a big impression when we're trying to build trust. Like he asked, let me check out your Instagram. If you had nothing to hide, like you said, he freely gave hers up. Building trust, and we're in that situation, give it up. You got to let the person decide if they want to. That right there that's gonna be a big decision where it saves both of y'all time, energy, and probably money to not even go for it. If he see what he don't like it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, being open and honest from the jump, so we're not going down a road that we don't even want to go down, because I don't really like this.
Yeah.
So keeping it real, letting them be open and honest.
And if you see that, if you see something, if you do see it,
Yeah.
go ahead and call it quits if that's something that you don't want.
Or say
don't
something about
continue,
it.
Yeah, but don't continue to go down that road if that person is resistant. Like, I ain't taking this off. This how I was before I met you,
Yeah. And like I said, you got to be honest with, because he said you didn't. I ain't think nothing was up. Be honest, like, dang, man, you know what you gotta say. Like, yeah, man, you together, man, you gotta take this stuff down. That's what a man say. You gotta take this down. And if she take it down, then she okay. She trusts you. She vibing with you. If she don't, then that means she like, no, we ain't that serious yet. You either get her some time, or you say, well, I'm gonna let you be.
Yeah, and that's when, like I said, communication comes into play.
Yeah.
You have to be able to have that open dialogue to make it work.
And we was very honest when our relationship from the jump. That was one of the key things in our relationship from the jump. We was very open and honest.
Yeah.
And I think that's essential from the relationship, being open and honest from the jump.
Yeah. Don't carry
especially about that all that stuff.
Yeah, don't carry that baggage.
Yeah.
Into your relationship, because lying from the jump,
sneaky,
that's baggage.
especially for women.
Yeah,
see, women be sneaky, a man lies.
Yeah.
Woman sneaky, a man lies. So women, you got to stop being sneaky. Don't be sneaky if you trying to find love. You got to put that sneakiness aside, because your partner is not your mom and daddy. Sneakiness comes when that's that mom and daddy issues right there. So don't be sneaky when you trying to get a man. Put that sneakiness aside. Put that not want to take combativeness aside. All that stuff for mom and dad. You trying to find love, you got to put them things aside. Sneakiness and combativeness, put it aside.
Yeah. And if this is a relationship that you entertaining, or a person you dating, and you think it can go somewhere, make sure that you filling up your cup. Fill up that account. Don't take away so quick. Like that trust that got taken out of the bank account.
Yeah.
That was big.
Yeah.
Because now he got to work, or she got to work that much more harder
to build
that bank account. And earned trust is earned, and trust is a big part in a relationship.
And I think if we want to keep our relationship strong and actually let our relationship through, we got to start off with it.
Mm-hmm.
We got to start off with trust, and we got to keep trust at the forefront of us building this dating thing.
Mm-hmm.
Us building this dating thing, we got to keep trust at the forefront. Because we can't go far. We can't go, especially you long distance. Like, it's different. I know it's so much different when you start living with somebody, because you can see. But with long distance, you can't see. So it's like you really gotta trust the person.
Mm-hmm.
You got, and so many often we take old baggage from one relationship to the next about trust issues. And when we take that, we automatically come inside that relationship with, I don't really trust this person. They got to build it. So that's why it's best of us to be open and honest from the jump, so we're not breaking trust when we do find out something later on.
Right.
Yeah. I think even the situation when he said she was braiding hair and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, we got to stop being so jealous, man, because we know a lot of things happen like that. Woman might be braiding hair. She might have a clientele, and they might be men and stuff. And if you showing jealousy, or you just being jealous and insecure with yourself from the jump, that pushes women off. It's already bad enough if you are like somebody who loves so easily, and then on top of that, you put jealousy on top of that, and then on top of the jealousy, we start calling people out their names and talking junk or disrespecting the lady because you all offended that, or you can't take that people had relationships before you, or situations before you, whatever.
Yeah, or even done men hair before you. Because believe it or not, a man like that can definitely get abusive.
Yeah,
because that happened to me.
Yeah. And it started off, you see, and I think the relationship could have worked out, but I think JoJo was also seeing early red flags with the jealousy and stuff that you get to see early when you is dealing with situations like that. With he thought you get to see a man early. Oh, you can imagine if they actually if they were living together, it probably would have been a whole lot more confrontational. But when we in our heated self and we get in our adaptive child and things don't go our way, or especially if y'all not married, then the woman single, you can't get all attitude and get all jealous like you own this person. Y'all both still single. Y'all trying to work together, but when jealousy and it's already mistrust come inside the relationship or y'all dating situationship, then it's hard to move forward. with jealousy and trust at the forefront of y'all relationship or y'all trying to build. Y'all
And
little dating scene.
communication.
Yeah, you got to communicate.
Yeah.
And if you can communicate, I guarantee you from the jump, rip honest. Yeah, I got this nigga calling my phone. I mean, let the man know. Man, look, he would love to shut that down.
Yeah. Yep. So so make sure you got that trust, or you're not lying in the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't be so jealous, you know.
Man, let that jealousy go. Let the woman dictate the relationship. And that's another thing they said. She said they was going too fast. The woman dictate the tone. Now, he introduced himself to the woman. Now the woman is gonna set the tone of how fast and slow we go in the relationship. If you go too fast, you probably doing too much for the man. If he going too fast, then he probably gonna be aggressive and controlling. If he going too fast, let the woman set the tone for the relationship.
Well, in this case, though, it's kind of like she did set the tone.
Nah,
and it wasn't too good.
Nah,
you don't think she set the tone?
I mean, she kind of just like let it flow, and he was kind of setting the tone. He was she kind of sometimes you get caught up and y'all just flowing, then all of a sudden you move too fast and y'all like you in a situation like this. This was moving too fast and not really paying attention to each other, and not really paying attention to the situation and understanding that y'all two different perspectives. You already got two different lives you bring together. You can't expect everything to be all just as soon as I meet you and all of a sudden, boom, I'm done. Unless she still say she ain't had no relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She set the tone.
Yeah,
she kind of set the tone for
distrust.
Yeah, and the jealousy that he was going through. I mean, because he seemed like he was already that tight. Yeah, or he might have went through that in the past.
Quickly, yeah.
So that jealousy just trickled on, but she bought it on.
Yeah. Sometimes you can bring on things, and you can bring things in a relationship that's easily could have been avoided if we're just honest and upfront from the rip.
And communicate, which brings us to our next video, our next podcast. Make sure that you join us, where we're going to be discussing communication a little bit more in depth. Okay, so you don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. You got something else, babe?
Yeah, and I like I said one thing about it. I think, like I said, he was jealous. So sometimes, like I said, starting off communication right. If you're in a relationship, you jealous. I mean, don't say you just like I want you for myself. A woman, you gotta say how you feel, because if you don't say how you feel, then you end up putting off a bad vibe, which jealousy, you name calling stuff because you all bitter, you got an attitude, now you mad at her and stuff. So this say, man, I want y'all to myself. You can't have dudes. A woman love for you to say what's on your mind. You can't have dudes calling your phone. So when I met her, I had to shut out. You shut stuff down. If you want a woman, you're gonna shut it down. You cut it all off. Cut it off. Stop talking. Cut it all. The same thing for a woman. You gotta let the women go. If you want the man, you gotta let them go and let the woman, let the person decide how much they want to let people go. That's gonna see the relationship. Keep an eye on the jump for the jump, for the rip.
Yeah. And this has been another episode, a balloon popping catch-up episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. Again, we hope you're doing well. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. All right. And we'll see you on the next one. So they had vision, and together they built the life that they love. Go build.